Please mute Mpongwe, kindly assist us with muting your mics. Kindly mute your mic, please. Stabilize your camera. Thank you. We appreciate it. So Mpongwe students are just settling down. It's quite tedious for them to come from different areas, come to a place. I think they didn't just manage their time right. But if there's anyone getting good response, please give me a thumbs up so that I can just know that we're on the same page and I'm audible as well. A thumbs up, please. Okay, we're good. Am I audible? All right, thank you so much. Wow, everyone is here. Thank you so much for everyone that is present. I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Lukomona Evans, the founder and CEO of Tukatane Diversity Learning Institute, Central International University. And this is the one that has held on up to this moment to see the great faces that we have and the students. It's amazing to be here. Okay, just your mic, please. Don't worry. Just your mic. You can leave the camera on, but your mics. You can just mute your mics. Mpongwe representatives, we really appreciate. Okay. So I would like to welcome you all. Thank you so much for coming. We have Maria Chancellor from Italy, Germany represented here. We have Southern Province represented. We've got Mpongwe, we've got the Copper Belt. Such a great privilege for all of us to be found at once in one place like this, but yet kindly assist us with the meeting of the mic, Mr. Mwanza, on Idris Zekayo. Idris Zekayo's phone, please mute your mic. Kindly mute your mic. Thank you. Okay. So I welcome you all. I welcome you all. Mpongwe, it's okay. We'll have the visual, but you can mute the mic. Leave the camera on, but just mute the mic. That will be very helpful for us. Mpongwe usually has challenges in network connection, but we are glad that they are here. That is what matters the most now. So I welcome you all. Thank you so much for coming to this great occasion. Today we have UFC and OPC awarded by the Visit Learning Institute in Trikatani, EV, Germany. This is their graduation ceremony, fully sponsored by CIU, Central International University. Yes. Okay, just muting the mic there. Okay, so we're good to go. Mr. Mwanza, if you can hear me, kindly help us mute the mic for Idris Zakeyo, where the OPC well-dressed students are there with their uniforms. Kindly help us mute that mic. Thank you so much. So we're going to start with the national anthem. I'm not a good singer, but we'll try. We'll all try. Okay. Wow, the turnout is amazing. You people, Mpongwe is just amazing. Just mute your mic. Thank you. Mute your mics. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Mr. Mwanza just saved the day. Thank you so much, Mr. Mwanza. It's always great to know that you always have our back as HQ. Thank you so much. So we're going to start off with the national anthem. I'm going to go. We can all be still if possible. All right. Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free. Land of work. Okay. Victors in the struggle for their right. We want freedom.
Oh, one strong and free.
Praise be to God.
Praise be, praise our great name.
Zambia,
free stand under the flag
of our land, Zambia. Praise to thee, oh, one strong and free. Wonderful, thank you so much. Okay. So thank you so much for everyone that is present. Oh, okay, we've managed to go through that one. So we thank you so much for everyone that is present. So right now we'll just go in with the opening prayer. I'll come through with an opening prayer. We can all be ready to pray. I know I'm repeating myself is because other places have issues with the network. So internet connection, I have to repeat myself. We're about to pray so that we can begin our program. Thank you. Let us pray. Our Lord and Heavenly Father, we are grateful, O King of Glory, for how you've moved us, O God, through this day, and by your grace we are here. We pray and thank you for this gathering. We pray that you alone, Jehovah, be with us. Help us through and help us, oh God, begin and end with us. Through and through, oh God, give us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we need to celebrate your great works aright as we continue to help the needy and the vulnerable in our society, in our country, in our continent, and globally, Abba Father, in the mighty name of Jesus. We thank you for your great works, for we believe you have been with us and you have helped us through. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Wonderful. Okay. So we proceed. Oh, it's so wonderful to see the great magnitude of people that are present today. So as we proceed, we're going to come through with the introductions from the dignitaries present. And just to work with time, I'll call upon Mr. Lukomona to just help us. I'll do the locals. Mr. Lukomona will do the international. I think that will be better. Now, wouldn't be? Okay.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Madam Chair, why don't we just go with the same document? I think it will be better that way.
Okay.
There we're having our Chancellor, Dr. Eridge, opening, and we move like that.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
I was hoping we could do an intro. Just
Have we lost Madam Charity? Okay, there she's back. Okay. SG, you're muted. Kindly unmute, okay?
okay. I was unfortunately logged out. I think we should get used to this, but we'll still forge ahead. Thank you. Okay. We'll move on with the introduction. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Wonderful. Okay, so with the speeches, it's better where I'm audible more than when I'm visible. Okay, so we'll have our dear speakers come through. Is it so, sir? Would you like it to go that way? Mr. Lukomona, are you able to hear me? We'll have the Chancellor, Dr. Eridge, come through. We'll have Dr. Eridge come through.
So can you hear me?
Sorry,
I was muted.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm saying we'll have the Chancellor, Dr. Eridge, to come through with the introduction. Introduction of distinguished guests. where I will come through with the acknowledgement of the faculty, staff, and students. It will lead us into an inspirational message to the graduates and encourage to pursue excellence and contributing to the society. So, Dr. Eridge, I call upon you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Pondechalit. Firstly, I appreciate for the involvement in this critical program, our president and founder, Mr. Lukomona. Let me just say all protocols observed. I want to thank you for this great moment that we are all in. I think I'll begin by mentioning that in one of my quotes in the book of quotes that I wrote, I said education is an opportunity to gather facts. So I want to appreciate everyone that has come aboard event. I acknowledge and appreciate the entire university, its staff, and not forgetting the students that got involved so intensely to learn. The commitment that lecturers give to the students cannot overemphasize, but probably I want also to send a message to the students that as you graduate today, it's really a joy to all of us seeing both the university foundation course students get their benefits, certificates, and of course the old people's care as well. I want to encourage them that this is not just the end, it's just a beginning. We don't just gather the certificates with dust, but put them to use. I think we've reached a point, Mr. President, and the rest of the people that are on this platform, that the nation needs divine knowledge on how best we can, improve its status in which it is. I think we've seen the well-able president, HH, talking about hard work and commitment. And this is what just our institution, Central International University, is just doing. The online graduation ceremony that we are witnessing today is of great value. And I encourage everybody who is aboard right now to take this opportunity and appreciate what has been put in at this moment. The staff's commitment to deliver tirelessly the work that they have done so far is much appreciated. And I want to encourage everybody that put in to see that students got the knowledge they needed in the field. Lastly, on the students, the OPC, UFC, for their commitment, I thank them. This has not just left a legacy for us to graduate students with this high number and the turn up today that we are witnessing. It's not just going to bring development in our respective districts like Mpongwe where they are, but more so to various places, especially that the old people's care, they will be distributed across the nation of Zambia to work in various institutions of health and deliver those activities that are under us to Katani. So I want to appreciate really that their commitment is of great value, and we are excited to see them participate in that. One of the inspirational messages that I want to send to the graduates is that this is not just the end, it's a beginning. Education does not end. We continue learning, we continue acquiring knowledge. Nobody stops learning. If you stop learning, it's like you stopped eating. Knowledge keep on increasing. And the Bible says in the end, the knowledge shall increase. We are seeing how technology is affecting us all in the various domains that we are, in various places we are. Today, globally, we have people from afar and us who are in Zambia and others are in Germany, talking about Italy and other places. But globally, technology has brought us together. This shows to us that we should not stop learning. We must continue learning indeed, and continue delivering that which we've gotten. The encouragement continues to pursuing the excellency in contributing to the society. I want just to say that as a nation, the institution that is in this nation, and we are committed to providing quality education. And as we provide quality education, I encourage children who have graduated students to go out and show excellence in their performance. Know that the institution that has graduated you has shown its best and delivered its best to you. So don't go and bring us down, go and bring us pride. We need to be proud of you. We're interested in your performance out there in the community, and we're looking forward, especially to the University Foundation course, students that are graduating or go for the undergraduate who proceed. Looking forward to seeing you once again. The Lord give you strength and good healthy, that you continue delivering that which He has pressed upon your heart. With these few remarks that I have, let me just appreciate this gesture and opportunity given to deliver such a short exhortation, introductive message on such an important platform. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, the guiding a person that is leading us today, and many that have come aboard to witness this great commission. Thank you so much. Back to Madam Charity.
Madam Charity, you're muted.
Thank you so much for the reminder. So that is Dr. Eridge. Please be acquainted with such faces, such voices, because these are the people that are in CDT making the most happen. So definitely it's a way to go if you feel or think being acquainted to such people is a need. And as he has come through, he has said quite a good number of things. He has highlighted them to say, you are not just impacting now, you're impacting globally, internationally, Zambia-wise. People should see what you have been studying for, what you've been moving all those distances for, especially from Mpongwe students. You people, I know you are coming from far places. It's so motivating to see you make it to the end, make it to this moment. So thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much, Dr. Eridge. It's a privilege to have you around. And as we continue, we're going to have a word from the Vice Chancellor. Madam, are you ready to come through? So you just introduce yourself, your location, and let the students get to know more about you a little as you come through with the rest. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam SG. I hope to be audible. It's an important day for me. I've even remembered to put on the crown, a symbol of graduation in Italy. Don't laugh at me, it's not a hat. It's actually a ceremonious piece of ornament we use during the graduation ceremonies in Italy. It dates back from, maybe, I don't know, just from the times universities were founded in the Western world. And so it is a tradition that has been carried on and on. Okay, here I am. So my name is Dr. Maria Chivanza. Dr. is Dr. Maria Chivanza Branchetti. I'm based in Italy, and I'm the Vice Chancellor for CIU, as I have been introduced. I'm a little bit emotional. I know that I've been in the education sector in Italy since 2000, but such moments are always emotional because these are very, very important moments in one's life. I know that I shouldn't be the one to be emotional, but it's the students, the owners of this day who are supposed to feel the way I'm feeling, but I'm a woman, you forgive me. We always carry this part of us. Okay. Let me just come to what I have prepared for you for this day. Just a moment. Of course, I need to recognize our distinguished guests who we have on the platform. I should recognize the Chancellor who has just preceded me, and esteemed CDT group members, honored guests, and most importantly, our remarkable graduates of the University Foundation courses, not forgetting the old homes students who have done that other course. I'm not trying to put it down, but I had the task today to concentrate on the University Foundation courses. So today is indeed a day which marks a significant milestone in our journey as CDT group, as we gather here virtually to celebrate the culmination of the dedication and perseverance and hard work, and also to reflect on the transformative power of education, particularly through the University Foundation courses that have paved the way for you students here in your academic pursuits. We shouldn't forget that today in Zambia, there are so many opportunities which are coming up in the tertiary education as it is expanding. And this marks the importance of laying a very strong foundation that cannot be overstated in one's career path. The University Foundation courses, as you know, serve as a bedrock upon which your future achievements in higher education stands. The UFCs have equipped you students with essential skills, knowledge, and confidence necessary for you to navigate the complexities of the university level studies. You're speaking to somebody who has gone through this and who is still seeing how important this career path is, academic path is, because I am in the education field, like I've told you up here. Remember that this, what you have done, is a morally obligatory ingredient of what a very dedicated student who is aiming at pursuing their higher education career in Zambia or here abroad with confidence. Don't forget that the youths in the entire world, or anybody who wants to to improve their career path in the world, has an obligation to have the basics, the foundations, which are very solid, because it's not a job to say, I want to have a bachelor's degree, and then your foundation are very weak. We have seen students crying. We have seen students who are in the first year or second year, not even being able, to do more than 2 exams in a session. Why? Because the foundation are very weak. And so congratulations for having chosen really to take up this challenge, which is really, really important, as I'm just emphasizing. And furthermore, from the beginning of the program that you have taken, remember that you have embarked on a journey of self-discovery and, most of all, intellectual growth. You have embraced the challenges presented to you, difficulties, just like SG was talking about. I did my education in Zambia, so I would say that most of it, I have done it up here, and I know the distances that we cover. I know other challenges that a student can have in our developing countries in order to pursue their education career. And so here I am to say, you have embarked on a journey of self-discovery and intellectual growth. You embraced the challenges which were presented to you, whether it was mastering foundation concepts in whatever subject it was, mathematics, or maybe science, you know, and also the critical thinking that you're obliged to learn, communication skills that I think are the most necessary in one's intellectual career. I would say that through your dedication and resilience, here you are. You have proven that the determination that you have put in can clearly show that there's nothing impossible to obtain. Everything is possible. And beyond the acquisition of academic knowledge, the university foundation courses have instilled in you a sense of purpose and ambition, I guess. I hope that the UFCs have encouraged you to dream big, to inspire for excellency, and to strive for success, not only for yourselves, but remember that you're also doing this for the communities that you're going to serve in. Or should I say, your work is going to be very useful for the nation at large. It won't only be Zambia. Who knows, you can work in the SADC region or abroad. So as you stand at this moment in time of this, what I would say it's a new chapter in your lives, remember that your journey doesn't end here. It is only just the beginning. I should also add that thanks to the possibility for the practicals that some of you hardworking, you're going to be, the practicals can be done up here, or maybe some exchange programs. Thanks to the doors which are opening slowly, thanks to the universities up here, which are looking into this opportunity for the students on the African continent. You find yourself maybe coming up here, or maybe some of our volunteers, our lecturers and what can come home, and you can have this opportunity, you know, to improve on your educational path. I would also like to aid you to take care of the crowd, you know, we have crowd resources that are out there on the platform, the media platforms, that consists of data of information that has been researched. Tap into that to enrich your knowledge as you are going through your career path. The knowledge and skills that you have gained at the moment in time in the foundation courses will serve just as a building block for future endeavors. As you move forward into the chosen fields of your study, whether it is in the sciences, humanities, or in business, or any other discipline, carry with you the lessons you have learned now. You will need them a lot. Remember that. Remember the value of the perseverance in the face of adversity, the importance of collaboration, and teamwork is really needed. Try to be your brother's keeper in your studies. It's really important. We've seen a lot of students who break down. And so remember, teamwork, you know, is really important to apply. And the significance of continuous learning. Here, I'll tell you that governments are even sponsoring students at old age. You call them the maturity. Here we call them the third age. The governments are sponsoring these, you know, those who maybe didn't have the opportunity to study immediately. They left secondary school. They've given them an opportunity through some scholarships to do some kind of professional development, even if they've been working for a long time, because education is, you know, a process that enriches your career path till when God calls you away from earth. But also, do not forget the responsibility that comes with the privilege of education. Use your knowledge and skills to make a positive impact in the world around you. Be the agents of the change you want to see, the advocates for justice, and the champions of equality. Let your actions be guided by compassion, integrity, and a commitment of excellency. In conclusion, let me offer my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you on this momentous occasion. Your achievements are testament to your hard work, determination, and resilience. As you embark on this next chapter in your lives, remember that the journey may be challenging, but rewards are immensible. Continue to reach out to the stars and pursue your passions and to make your mark on the world. And know that whatever your journey may take you to, or wherever it may take you to, you will always carry with you the spirit of what you have gained during the University Foundation courses and the values that have instilled you. Congratulations, graduates, once more, and thank you for your attention, and God bless you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Madam Maria. Thank you so much. That is our Vice Chancellor, Madam Maria Branchetti from Italy. Yes, we appreciate those wonderful words. We are looking at students being addressed in a way that you are, for UFC, you have been equipped for where you're going. For OPC, now it's time to execute that which you have learned, that which you have put together, time to run and make practical everything that you've gone out there to gain out of CDT, to Ikatane DLI. So it's wonderful to see you graduate. It is wonderful to see you come through and just bring out the knowledge that you have acquired to help your communities, to help the country, districts, provinces, and the global world at large. Because every opportunity, like she said, it doesn't matter what your age is. Your age is not your limit. You keep learning every day. And then great is the wisdom that comes with age. So you have education and wisdom. So you have a full package. So thank you so much, Madam Branchetti. Right now, I'll call upon Mr. Evans, CEO, CIU President and Founder, to come through and just address our students and see how he will come through for the great works that he has laid a foundation that are being harvested now, because he has been the one who has been there from the beginning, had the vision, carried it on, made sure it came to life. And today we have graduates of something he worked out in his mind first, then executed it on paper, and we're able to access it. So, Mr. President, Mr. Lukomona, I call upon you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Madam Chair. Am I audible?
Yes, please, sir. You are.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And without teamwork, concerted teamwork, the founder couldn't see his or her vision be put into place. This is the second graduation ceremony that we have since we were welcomed on the soils of Zambia by the able government of the UPND and its wings, and still enjoying the accolades that we've been given, the contract to serve the needy and the vulnerable in a beautiful country of Zambia of origin. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me this beautiful music you're hearing from the background. I think it adds to the beauty of this graduation ceremony, because I'm right at a hotel where I'm going to be having another investment meeting for Africa, of course, and Zambia inclusive. So embrace that. Don't say, why Mr. Lukomona to this background is somewhere? So that's why I just want to let you know in advance. Now, I just want to give gratitude to all attendees onto this graduation ceremony that is being hosted or being done to our beautiful students, graduates of CDT Group. And for those that are new here, you've been hearing CIU, DLI, Pikatene. What's happening here? CDT Group is an embodiment of a conglomerate of Central International University, the best learning institute, Pikatene, EV or NGO. The founding father being DLI, 2012, founded in Hamburg, then came through 2017 at Pikatane NGO, because we've got a passion to serve the needy and the vulnerable. Then came through Central International University, which was founded some 1+ years ago, and we are together here. And I would love to recognize the presence of some various ministries from Zambia. I bet our Honorable Permanent Secretary, she's around to give, a word as well to our great graduates here. I recognize even other organizations that are present here. I also, let me recognize by nomenclature, one of our main partners on the continent of Africa and globally, that is the BWOT resources based in Nigeria, Uganda, the USA, Zambia as well, and almost everywhere. So we share the same passion as we are here, and they are represented by their CEOs that are present here and going to be also blessing this moment. And as well, I'd love to thank the investors. We've invited some investors that are here from Germany, and they're going to give us some 1 or 2 words. We tell them, come on, CDT Group, CIU, Pikatane, we are uplifting the lives of the needy vulnerable. Okay, we're not worried about what we call upper Mamba in Zambia. Upper Mamba means the wealthy. The wealthy, they maneuver through their life. But our passion has been nothing but to look at the almost forgotten. Those who can't go to school because they've got no tuition fee, they've got no this and then we come to a CDT Group with the backup of Pikatane NGO in defining the sponsored education at all levels, from skills to postgraduate. And we're going to be talking about some of these things later on. So welcome investors here. Please, I want to say this. We are good friends. We are good partners. All these projects that you are seeing here, they need input, equipment, finance, finances, and so on and so forth. Okay, so Mr. Dr. Thomas Rummig, you can jump on a plane and just go and donate to Zambia, not through Germany here. So now I'm gonna say thank you so much to the students. That's the reason why we are here. It's because of you. I've always said this, that you have to redefine yourselves and not to having a poor background. I've said that nobody's poor on this earth. It is just timely. That's why we came and pulled you out, some of you out of the streets. You had nowhere to go. You had no fees to go to university, college, and everything. And we brought you back into the pathways that God defines, that blessed is he who gives to the poor. He who is not Mr. Lukomona, it is the CDT Group. All of us here under CDT Group, we share the same heart, believing in the Almighty. We can't do what we are doing without the hand of God. Not because of the hand of Madam Charity, Madam Maria, Dr. Eridge, CEO Kaluba, and them, not at all. That's why we say that regardless of where we are, our organizations, HQ in Germany, are embedded on biblical principles. So we expect the students, our good graduates and students, wherever you're going to be, to uphold the values of God. What about our mission? Our mission is simply defined as to provide affordable sponsored education opportunities and implement impactful aid projects to uplift and empower the needy, vulnerable communities across Zambia and Africa. What about the mission? What about the vision? Sorry, the vision where we are looking towards to is just to uphold the same thing, where we're gonna see Africa transformed through accessible education and sustainable development initiative, ensuring every individual, not some, okay, every individual has the opportunity to thrive, to rise, and contribute to their communities, not only to your pockets. Why are we saying to your communities? Of course, you start with yourself, but ending up everything with yourself doesn't pay. You're gonna look at your neighbor, your community, nation at large, globally. Then you are counting together right in your life. So here, CDT Group contributes to the educational excellence, especially in Africa. You know, the first time when I went to the United Kingdom, that was for some series of educational meetings, especially in the West Midlands. That was 20,000. I'm thinking of almost 24 years ago. That's where I saw that, wow, there's a different world altogether. Why is it that these guys, it was my first outing to go to Europe. I said, wow, these guys are living in heaven. They are not lucky. Why do we lack? But the fact that God created us in the same image, regardless of color. Therefore, my vision changed to say, one day we gotta have an Africa or a Africa that should enjoy livelihood as it were in the Western world. Even to cut short of what we've been seeing there, Penduza, our youths crossing over the seas to go and just find a good life in Europe, which is not even guaranteed because you gotta go through steps, integration and this and that. Why can't we make it right on our own soils? So since then, the journey, as far as I'm concerned, in alleviating poverty, empowering the needy, vulnerable, and I quoted it to say, I shall serve and serve them all my life till I die. And here we go. So this is what we look at. And to achieve that, now we have said, what has made these guys so developed? Wearing smiles on their faces. There's a saying, if you want to win in life, embrace your shoulders with the winners. These are winners, not ways about it. They're so advanced. So therefore, we've integrated our syllabi curricula, you know, German curricula, Italian, the Danish, and this and that, plus the African embedment. Then we've got the strong power. So, and through that, we even introduced what we call the EEP, Educational Exchange Program, between Zambia, Africa, and Germany and the Western world. Why are we doing this? Electronically and physically exchange so that we can plug something that you have done to develop themselves and bring it back home. As well, not only that, we introduced what is called the WOBE, Work Business Exchange Program. The workforce from Europe on exchange coming to Africa, Zambia in this particular, from Zambia to Germany. As we are talking here, we even arranging some youths that want to be coming here on cultural exchange under what is called Kinder Caravane in German, or the Kinder Caravane in English. This is the cultural program which brings youths from Africa to Germany, Switzerland, and then another country in Southern America, something like that, organized not by us, by one of our contributors, I think is here, and consultant, Dr. Mpongwe, a great educationist in the entire of Germany. We just returned from Argentina. Tomorrow we are meeting to plan for our Zambia students. Why are we doing it? They are not just coming to dance to do poems here, no. When they have done that, some of them, they are even attracted to go into further education. Why are you just doing poems and stuff? Do you go to school in Zambia? Yes or no? Okay, we want to read you here. Not only by us, but by sympathizers and supporters. So these are some of the things we try to make sure that we build our Zambia, Africa through. In Bemba, we say, no man is an island. Mr. Lukomona here from Chimwemwe has seen a lot in this Western world. When I look around, it pains me. We've got to do it. We've got so much on ourselves than they have, but they are there. So we're gonna do that. So I just want to encourage you, great graduating students, both at UFC, now the tide's getting higher. You're gonna go to your specialty degrees, undergraduates, and so on and so forth. So welcome to the second year of the study. As well the OPC, Old People Care graduates. We want to wish you all the best as you now go and face the endeavor in the field. Like my colleague from Italy said, our incoming COO, Dr. Johannes Thomsen, is here, who is embedding now everything. The OPC, how can they come and work as well in Germany? Germany needs workforce like nobody's business, needs the health workers, like the old people, you know, you studied. So get beards, thrive on the German language, push, don't stop. I know we're going to see something from you. So go out there in the field, impact communities. I'm not skipping you. When I say communities, you impact yourself first. Then their communities. Thank you so much. And I would say huge congratulations for pulling it up to this end and graduating. God bless you all. And as I conclude, Madam Chair, allow me, because we've got, here is a working day. It's difficult to pull people from the offices. They have just come to give their speech, then go back to them. Would you bring them on? Those that we've invited, that'll be nice. Thank you so much.
Please, you can. Yes, sir. I think you can come to and just help me on the delegates from Germany coming through. Yes.
Okay. Johansen, bist du da? Johansen, du hast nur 5 Minuten, nicht mehr.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to Africa. So, pleasure for me to speak few words. I'm the
Your name,
smallest.
sir? Your names?
Thomas from Germany. Yeah, I studied chemistry and medicine. My contribution here is only a little one. I would give you 3 little infos, 3 little presents. There is a association or something like this. It's called the Outward Bound School. Get in contact with this association, or however you call it in terms of justice, the Outward Bound School. This term was born 1940 around from a German pedagogue by the name of Kurt Hahn, H-A-H-N. A special attitude in pedagogic to come across real life. 10 young people in a group from rich and poor descendant, learning a job in a big company, going to universities and so on. Doesn't matter. All 10 girls and boys between 15 and 20, for example, in one group, 3 weeks in the mountains on a boat, the Outward Bound School. Inform yourself about this, and maybe you participate in one or other course. To my knowledge, 30 years ago, almost 40 countries in the world. For example, in Kenya, in Colorado, in Sweden, in Australia, in Germany, where it's born originally, 1940. The second thing I leave with you is a title of a movie, 91, The Doctor. William Hurt plays a heart surgeon. The story is a kind of original. It orientates itself on the life of an American from Northwest USA, Ed Rosenbaum. The Doctor. The movie was in the movies 91. Watch it. Especially you want to study medicine. And the third thing I leave with you is another movie, Patch Adams. Patch today is up to turn to the 80s in the next years. And son of an American US Air Force soldier in Germany. His father died. He wanted to commit suicide. And later on, got himself in a hospital, department of psychiatry, was under a major depression. No one could help him. He disliked tablets. I can understand this. If you go into chemistry and medicine, study nature. Nature is the master, not the pharmaceutical industry. I don't want to go into further details. Maybe you have a clue why. Stay away from the pharmaceutical industries as much as you can. Look at COVID, the PCR test. It's not accredited to be used on a human being. I don't want to say more now. If you are interested to receive more information, you can contact me. I'm willing to give you all my knowledge in this respect. So the movie is Patch Adams. Patch left the Department of Psychiatry and for treatment for school medicine, we call it in German, medicine, tablets and pills. You derive from Africa, one of the huge continents in this world, and there are so many trees and plants and everything. God created a herb for each illness. So Patch, later on, he studied medicine and found his way to talk to people. And they wanted to kick him out of medical school. Later on, he did his exams, was an American doctor, and discovered what happens when people are laughing. What happens physiologically when a person laughs. In German, we have a proverb, laughter is the best medicine. And then he was a peace activist, and he was the inventor of the hospital clowns. 96 or something like this, or 99, Patch Adams that. So with all these information, Outward Bound School, the movie The Doctor, it's a must. For example, the arrogance of surgeons in a hospital. Patients suffer under this, and mostly they don't trust, they're not self-confident enough to criticize these people. Yeah. In Germany especially, you call them, a doctor is like a god. Yeah. Goddesses in white, for example. No, this is rubbish. And the second movie, Patch Adams. I wish you all the best and do whatever you want to do from the bottom of your heart. Criticize a kind of everything, learn by heart as little as possible, and understand both with your head and with your intuition as much as possible. Thank you very much for this possibility to announce some words from the middle of good old Germany, some 10,000 kilometers to Africa. All the best in life. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wonderful. It's good to hear from Mr. Thomsen. Thomas, it's actually, I've been able to talk to him once in a while like that, see him do so much and support the great works. And these are the people working in the background, doing the most, I would say. So thank you so much for the great words, for the great insight, for the great enlightenment, because that is really a way to go. So as we continue with our guests from the diaspora, I would like to call on Dr. Ornana Po Edubo. I don't know if you're there, sir. Doc, are you there?
Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello, okay. Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate you all. So I'm going to give a very short speech, and so please don't mind the background. I'm actually on transit, but I had to be here on the invitation of Mr. Evans. All right, so hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, audible.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about embracing hope, a journey of empowerment and partnership. And so to all esteemed guests, honored graduates, and distinguished members of the Diversity Learning Institute in Germany. I'm here before you today to celebrate the remarkable efforts and the Old People Care Program in Zambia. This is a momentous occasion, and it marks not only the dawn of a new chapter, new possibilities and opportunities. And now to the graduates of the University Foundation course, your journey determination and unwavering. You must have faced, and you have been able to persevere with courage and grace, and victorious against all.
Our hope is that Dr. Ornana's internet stabilizes as he's coming through way of his schedule with a sacrifice, is in transit, but he still wanted to come through and just address our students, our graduates. And I believe you become, yes, Doc, you're there. Your network went off a little, so you can come
My
again.
network, it's been okay. All right, so hello, can you guys hear me?
You're audible, yes.
Okay, so let me just quickly round on now by joining. Okay, so today, as we gather to celebrate your achievement, let us take a moment to reflect on the power of partnership and collaboration, okay, between the University Learning Institute in Germany and BWOT resources. Meetings can be achieved when organizations come together with a shared vision and purpose. By joining forces, will be able to uplift and
Okay. I hope the doc will be able to reconnect. As we can see, he's having challenges. But this is one thing he's bringing out. He's saying the importance
making
of
a positive difference in the power to create a brighter, more inclusive, to reach that, pave the way for a better tomorrow. And so may you continue to shine brightly and inspire others with your courage and compassion and unwavering determination. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the sacrifice, the effort. It's a wonder to know that you are coming through in the way that you are, because when we look at the importance of partnership, just as he alludes to, this is the importance of partnership. This is what partnership brings about. There's that sacrifice. So thank you so much, Doc. Really appreciate. Okay. All right. Okay. So we move forward, I guess. Yes, okay, we move forward. So Doc, thank you so much for your contribution. Really appreciate. We know he has emphasized on the importance of partnership. This is what partnership can do. This is what coming together for the common goal can do. He's sacrificing so much, and we just appreciate his efforts right now. So thank you so much. Moving on, I saw Mr. Johannes Thomsen is one of our partners, but I can't see him again. Anyone help me out?
Dr. Kenneth?
Johannes. Okay, then we'll go for Dr. Kenneth Airhunde.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Can you hear me clearly from here?
You're audible, Doc. You're audible.
I would have loved to open my camera, but for network issues, I wouldn't want that to affect. You know, Dr. Paul and I, we are scheduled for an appointment in our capital city. So so if I open my camera, it may affect me a little bit. So both of us were in motion at the moment. And so, okay, let me just go right ahead. It's quite exciting for us to partner with CDT Group, DLI. We are BWOT Sources Limited. We are a Pan-African company. We are represented in quite a number of countries in Africa, and we have a shared vision with CDT. That's why we're looking forward for a long partnership with CDT Group and with the sole objective of really impacting Africa maximally. Now, however, there's a couple of things I want to say to the graduating students. I think 2 sets of students are graduating the University Foundation course, and for those on the Old People Care OPC program. Now, I really want to talk to us about what drove us to do the things we are doing, most especially when it comes to Africa. We think Africa needs a mind shift, and that is what I really want to preach to us, this graduating class, that we do indeed need a mind shift. So I'll talk very briefly on the mind shift that we need to carry as we go to the marketplace. Now, we live in a world of rapid change, you know, where the challenges we face are complex and ever evolving. Now, to navigate this landscape successfully, we must embrace a new way of thinking as Africans, a mindset rooted in innovation, in resilience, and in collaboration. This wants to be taught in school. It's another thing for us to harness and synthesize what we've been taught to bring about creative ways and innovative ways of implementing or applying the things that we've been taught. Now, there's a need for a mind shift in Africa. This need is undeniable. Now, too often we find ourselves constrained by outdated beliefs, limiting our potentials and hindering progress. But imagine the possibilities if we were to break free from these mental shackles and embrace a mindset of possibility and opportunity. I think this graduating class, you need to think carefully about what I just said. Now, first and foremost, we must shift our mindsets from one of dependency to one of empowerment. For too long, Africa has relied on external aid and assistance to address its challenges. While external support can't be valuable, and true progress can only come from within. We must take ownership of our future and recognize that we have the talents, creativity, and resources to drive our own development. I want to use this to lend my voice to what Maria and other speakers have said. We need to rethink this. We need to know that we have the talents and we can engage our creativity and resources to drive, you know, our own development as Africans. And furthermore, we must shift our mindset from one of scarcity. Africans think scarcity too much. We must shift from that mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Africa is blessed with a wealth of natural resources. We've traveled to quite a number of African countries, and we see that Africa is blessed with a wealth of natural resources, human capital, and for your information, Africa has the youngest population in the world globally. We should all look at our cultural diversity, you know, yet too often, now we approach challenges with a mindset of scarcity, focusing on what we lack rather than what we have. By embracing a mindset of abundance, we can unlock the full potential of our continent and create a better future for all Africans. Additionally, I want you to listen carefully as graduate students. We must shift our mindset from one of competition to one of collaboration. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, collaboration is key to success. You see, that's why we are connecting with EGD, we are connecting with NCDT, we are connecting with DLI, and we are connecting with many other concerns in Africa, because the way for African to truly progress is not by competition, it is by collaboration. Now, in a world that is increasingly interconnected, collaboration is a key to success. By working together across borders and sectors, we can leverage our collective strengths and resources to address shared challenges and seize shared opportunities. Now, moreover, we must shift our mindset from one of fear to one of courage. We need to change. We can change, wherever it's daunting and the unknown can be frightening, but true progress requires courage. The courage to challenge the status quo, the courage to take risk, the courage to embrace uncertainty. It is only by stepping out of our comfort zones that we can truly unleash our potential and create a brighter future for ourselves and the future generations. I believe that's why we embarked on this journey with DLI, so that we can be empowered with new knowledge and information that can enable us bring the required change and impact that is needed in Africa. Now, I want to say this in conclusion because I have a limited time. Let us embrace the urgent call for a mind shift in Africa. Let us cast aside the limitations of the past and embrace a new way of thinking, a mindset of empowerment, a mindset of abundance, that mindset of collaboration, and of course, the mindset of courage. We can if we truly want to. Together, let us rise to the challenge and build a better future for all Africans. So I want to congratulate the graduating set of the University Foundation course, and of course, the Old People's Care. What you are into is not just having a certificate so that you can go look for a job. What you have received from this training is the empowerment to bring about transformation in whatever space that you find yourself placed in. Congratulations once again, and do stay blessed. And I wish you all the best in your future endeavor. God bless you. And BWOT Resources, in the future, we have several connections with you on different space. And of course, wherever anyone is recommended from this, from DLI, BWOT Resources will be glad to obviously work with such a person. God bless you all. Congratulations one more. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was Dr. Kenneth. Still one of the people that are coming through with a lot of sacrifice, because it's also in transit as well, as we have heard him talk of a lot of aspects that are really important. As we begin, when it comes to CDT introduction to our students in learning, we usually come through and we teach winning and changing mindset. So this is exactly what he was, Dr. Kenneth was bringing out. That scarcity that we know Africa to be, let's think again, because the natural resources are abundant. Let's go to the abundant side of everything. Let us see what we have in our midst and enhance it. Don't look at the things that you do not have. Don't look at the things that are shining on the other side. Embrace what you have and move with it. Then there's competition. Stop looking at how you're competing with your brother, your sister, how it is. Competition is important, it's motivating, but collaboration is the key. Let's collaborate and see how far we can go with that. We dispute fear with courage. Of course, it's a must. We cannot live in fear. Let us be courageous to forge ahead, to see our potential and excel it to greater height. So as we continue going ahead, I can see a very good person that I know of, very very fruitful person that we have been with. So you know I'm talking about you. So thank you so much for coming, Diane Morse. She's so amazing. This woman is doing so much in the background. The students ought to know you. She's an amazing person. I'm lost of words when it comes to her. Her efforts is enormous. You can't count it out at all. So Diane Morse is coming through and just coming to talk to our graduates. We have old people care graduates today and University Foundation course graduates. And as people from the diaspora coming through to just come and congratulate the graduates and say something to encourage them. I'm calling on you, Diane Morse. You can come through just now.
Well,
yeah,
thank you
just
so
now.
much, Charity. This is great. I spur the moment here. I want to say how proud I am to even know you and Evans Lukomona with all you're doing. You are doing 1,000 times more than I am. I'm not, let's not talk about me. The students, I can't tell you how valuable they are. Children, they have no idea how important they're going to become. They're just children right now. But if they have faith and hope and passion, they will get far. Without those three, you're just going to float through life. You've got to have a passion. My passion was to help the Africans. And I'm in America. So I don't know where it came from. It's not so much Africa. It was the children. I've had a passion for children to make sure they succeed and have a chance. And now all these years later, I'm so involved with doing just that. And it was because I followed my passion. And I love to help. I hope all the children, all the students learn to help each other. Because once you help each other, everybody around you can be helped. It's impossible to do it around the world, but right there in your own little village, in your own family, with your own friends, in your own churches, help each other. It makes you feel good. So if you could find something that is your passion, might not be in your pocket right now, but someday you're going to have a passion, follow it. It will bring you success. It will bring you a lot of success. So help each other and find your passion is my advice. Thank you. Hello?
Thank you, Diane. Okay,
Hello.
please, Charity.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. So that is Diane. Diane is collaborating with us. When I say she's doing the most, I mean she's doing the most. She defends CDT. She makes sure that everything is in place regarding our connections, our contacts, and she's putting, yes, indeed, the fact that she loves and has a heart to help as a priority. And this is something that we are enjoying immensely as CDT. So it's amazing to have such people around. And that's, as you have heard, she's still adding on the issue of collaboration as a must, working together, being each one's keeper. When she says you're just children, she doesn't necessarily mean children, but you are coming up. This is the foundations that you've laid with the levels of education. So there's more to enhance, there's more to see, there's more to learn from, there's more to engulf, because they're like empty vessels, and there's more and more that you can embrace through these education programs that you're getting through CDT. So I really appreciate everyone that is here and everyone that has come through. I'm not seeing any other faces that could come through. Sir, if by any chance, is there anyone who can come through that I'm not seeing from the diaspora? Yes, sir. Okay, I can see that. So if we have any government representatives that are present. Okay, then I'll call upon Mr. Kaluba to come through. Your mic, sir. I know it's. I don't know if you are audible. We're unable to get you. Okay, you're audible now.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me just say good afternoon those on the program today. I'm Mr. Kaluba Francis, CEO Zambia chapter. I'm based on the Copper Belt. Let me just say I don't want to bore you with all the salutations, because those who have spoken before me made recognition of all the people present here today. So I say all protocol observed.
You didn't know.
City has transformed since inception to what it is today as an institution of higher learning, being attributed to the fact that the system the institution has put in place that is impacted to society because the services being given which are led to the growth of the institution. Self-help and investment programs on ground. And today, one
I
of
have
the
no
programs
idea I was going to talk.
the level of diploma certification. The program, OFFICIATING, where we have graduating students who numbers 24% from the two centers Mpongwe on the Copper Belt. So it's time that they put into practice what they've learned during their training, so that the community can also benefit, which is a bonus to the health sector. And they will supplement this program.
Tell them you can't hear them.
Called Matthew chapter 20, verses 26 to 28. Not so you say they want to become as the Son of Man to disciple.
Madam Charity?
Yeah, Mr. Kaluba, your internet is really not stable. It's breaking. And I would like Techno Pop 6 to just mute their mic, please. Mr. Kaluba, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Francis Kaluba? Oh, okay. So I've got two unmuted mics. Okay, thank you for muting your mic. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Can you just speak over so that we can see if your internet is stable? Mr. Francis? Can you speak over? It's still breaking.
Still breaking?
Yes.
Hey. Are you getting me now?
Yes, we can get you. I think if you remove your sets and do the camera as wise as you have, then we'll be fine. The audio will be okay.
I'm not using the sets. I'm not using the sets.
Okay. Now you're audible. You're clearly audible.
Are
You can go ahead,
me?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I was saying that So those who are in it for a noble cause, as they wish to alleviate and uplift the welfare of the aged, to be comfortable at any given time. Therefore, a good Christmas gift for the group can be that of being assisted to acquire their own structure or shelter where they can be rendering their services, especially if only our cooperating partners can come in and help in this aspect of acquiring a building for their own mini home where they can accommodate the aged as long as they are given that preference. So we are here today to witness the graduating event taking place as they have completed and fulfilled their requirements of the program. Looking at them, you could even see their faces radiating, eagerly waiting to receive their certificates today after a long time, after going through a vigorous training. It is now time to see them get their deserving certificates today. I thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. That is Mr. Kaluba Francis, CIU CEO. So I'm going to just elaborate on a bit of a reflection of the significance of this graduation ceremony. I want to acknowledge the fact that most of you that are coming through are coming from really tough backgrounds, and this opportunity you have seized. As CIU and the entire CDT, we are aiming at looking at those that are less privileged. If those that are able to get bursaries, they are able to look at CDF, a government support fund that is there. We want those that are the least. That's why we are here today. So the significance of this reflects how you have come through and just been uplifted. And this uplifting means you are coming through also for the rest of those that are behind you. I want to congratulate all the graduates today. It's a really good time in life to know that you have just excelled from one phase and to another. Others have been equipped for the next phase. Others have been trained to execute what is indeed needed for the next phase. So I congratulate you all and your families most importantly, for I know if it's Mpongwe, to speak of the list of the places that we are making an impact as CDT. You people are coming from different backgrounds, distant places, difficulty to reach places, but you still come through, you train your OPC. Some of you are even better than me in German language. That shows a lot of effort, a lot of commitment, dedication. It is important that you continue to collaborate with CDT as we endeavor also to bring on stakeholders.
Something happened. Hello?
Madam Diane?
Yes.
Yes.
You went away. I thought I lost you. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well noted. So I'll just bring about the importance of this graduation. I congratulate you all students, and we continue to have more collaboration for your sake and for the sake of the communities and those that have not had the opportunity you have now, because you are graduates, you have those certificates, you are forging ahead. And yes, CDT will not leave you scorching on the sun. We are going to make sure we have those ways to get you to where you ought to be and to get you the exact support that you need at this particular stage and phase of your life. So we remain committed on providing high standard level of education and student support. We have supported you in the past with the little that we had, and we are hopeful that now things that are a greener pasture is on our table. We are able to feed different. We are able to see different. We are able to execute our dream and vision for all of us in this place a little different because of the support that we are having from other people. So we want to say thank you so much for holding on. Thank you so much for our students. Oliver Kaunda, I can see you there. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, I can see you. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to have you here. And it's amazing to know that you have held on from then even up to now. So I appreciate you all. And then right now, at this particular time, I would like to call on any representative, if there so is, from the government offices, knowing it's a working day. We had our chance, so whoever can come through at whatever particular time, we'll really appreciate. And then as we continue, students representatives, UFC. I don't know if we can have that one. UFC student representative to come on through and express, of course, gratitude to the faculties, the staff, and fellow students, reflect on the UFC experience, give us the highlight and achievements, and also challenges faced by UFC students, and then ultimately cover it with a word of encouragement and inspiration for fellow graduates and those incoming. Under UFC, do we have our student representative to just unmute themselves and come through? Okay. Do we have our OPC student representative who is also coming through with the expression of gratitude to instructors and staff of the OPC course, reflection on the OPC experience and its impact on personal growth, the stories and then the codes educating the importance of caring for the elderly, and then wrap it up with the commitment to continue serving the community and advocates of the elderly.
Hello, am I
Is
audible?
somebody calling?
Yes, you are audible. Thank you so much. That was our OPC student representative coming through. You introduce yourself, where you are coming from, and then you can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Mupenda Laban. Not really an OPC student, but University Foundation course student.
Wonderful. You're welcome. You can go ahead, Mr. Mupenda.
Thank you. On behalf of my fellow students, and indeed on my own behalf, I'd like to extend the gratitude to the entire management for Central Diversity Learning Institution and other partners for the tireless we can say it is not something that was easy. It was very powerful because it was just a rumor that over. And as students, we indeed had to invest in the entire effort that we are collaborating with our parents and also the resources that were available. Yeah, so we can say we are grateful for this opportunity, and indeed we'll keep impressing the entire institution and all the partners around. In these few words, I'd like to lift my case and say thank you very much, and we're grateful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Mupenda. That is Laban Mupenda, one of the students, UFC students, sending his gratitude over the experience that he's had, the impact of the study, and how far he wishes to go with the entire CDT to endeavor in his dreams, and also encourages the community as they continue to commit and enlighten others on the opportunity that is coming through with Chikatane CDT entirely. So our OPC student representative. Our OPC student representative. Okay, is that Kavinga Lupenga? Is the one using that camera the one coming through? When you start, would like the mic unmuted so that we can hear you audibly. Okay, our OPC student representative. Okay. Waiting, patiently waiting. If you're able to hold a phone close by, you can, for the sake of network, switch off your camera after you.
Hello. Office Mpongwe. Office
Yes.
Mpongwe. Yes.
You can come through. Thank you.
I come through. Okay.
Yes, we can't see you though, but we want the camera to be lifted. If anyone can help you with the camera so that we can see you.
Okay. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Your name and where?
I'm Ruth Kalota from Mpongwe. Guten Tag. The highest ist viele Stehe, bin ich überwirrt, wo evaluiert und Emotionen, unser Weg war hart und Herausforderung. Tonight, most ich Lukomona, dem Gruder, von Tukatane oder Charity Evidge Zambia. Ekenajet, Relen und dem Zigaten Management der CDT-Gruppe einer herzlich Dankeschön has gesprochen. Hille unterschen unter Zitrotogung und Füllung war unserer Listen. Alle meinen Kommunikation Elisreich Glückwaschen haben wir es geschafft. Die heute Arbeiter has endlich hasselt und wir sind alle bereit, dem nächsten großen Schlecht am Leben nach dem Studieren Wohnwagen. Lesen Sie uns mit Hauben, Hasen und Oven schlecht in der Zukunft bekannt. Unslich lesen hatte Glade begonnen und die weit Worte darauf. Das ist uns einem Namen Maschen. Lesen Sie uns Gemannen wollensten uns einem kaufen, schlafen. Auf die, if alle Sloan lesen können. Ist herzlich Glückwaschen ein alle. Ich heiße Ruth Kalota. Vielen Dank.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, please. I think
that was very much.
We would appreciate if we heard it a little bit in English, but we're so happy to see that they've learned the German language very well. But I would love to hear the message. Do we have an interpreter?
Okay, so we'll see if we can get one along the way. If not, so we'll send you an interpretation. They like to show off.
Thank you.
So Madam Ruth, when you see me, I have to buy you BWOT und Milch for home. And all of you might not know it, but me, I'm going to buy for her because she's done a great job. BWOT und Milch for Madam Ruth Rota. I'm going to do that for her. For the rest of you who can't hear it, we'll keep it between me and Madam Ruth.
It's unfair.
So thank you so much. It's unfair. You have to know German. You need to know Dutch. What if I was saying it's just something personal that I'm buying for her? I need to keep the secret. It's
Okay.
between me and Madam Roda.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Oh my God, that was really good. Wonderful. I'm really happy. I'm happy to hear you be so fluent like that. Read it out like that. Wow. Okay. Okay, we'll have that. We can have the mic for Mr. Lundu's mobile just muted. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Mr. Lundu, your phone's mic is not muted after the presentation. It will help greatly. Okay, it's handling it. Thank you so much, Mr. Lundu. So we forge ahead. Oh, this is a very good day, very impactful. So we forge ahead on Trikatane EV NGO representative. Are you okay?
SG?
Yes, please. Am I audible?
Could I be allowed to break protocol? I really want to thank the lady who has just spoken in German. I introduced myself a little bit, just saying that I'm in the education sector. I'm in the language department, and I don't know how long Madam has been studying, and German to speak it like that or to read it like that. Compliments on my side, and keep it up. I've broken protocol because I wanted to urge the rest of us on the platform to say learning other languages is also becoming a key gateway into what we are studying. You're doing old people's care. That is one of the gateways for people to find a job. Migrants, we have a lot of them here, but even being in a country where the language they need to use at work is being spoken, it's not easy to find people who can, this is being gifted, but it's an encouragement to the rest of who wants to, how can you take care of an elderly person who doesn't speak English, and so you need to have this openness or this promptness to apply your language skills, your language abilities in order to, because if you have to give a medicine and you don't communicate, they can't get you. So during an interview, they would want to know the level of your language, and then you can be picked. That was just a word of encouragement from me. Thank you very much. It was really nice.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Breaking protocol for the right reasons, I guess. So coming through with Trikatane, intro of our organization came through. Trikatane came through in 2019, 2020 registered. The mission is to serve the needy and the vulnerable. In collaboration with CIU and Diversity Learning Institute, we are promoting education and community development. So in this regard, we would like to congratulate the students and graduates from the NGO because of us. We are taking up those that are needy and vulnerable, those that are unable to stand on their own, and give them sponsored education through Trikatane. And then they obtain their skills training via DLI. From there, then, if they so wish under UFC, they'll go through CIU and forge ahead and get the collaboration of CDT entirely over their education path. So we would like to encourage our graduates to to be agent positive in change in the society. We want you to make the impact. This goodness that you're enjoying, this knowledge that you have acquired, somebody else is in need. Spread the news about Chikatani. We are here. We'll be in Mpongwe very soon. We are coming. We want to make sure that we see for ourselves that which we have been told about Mpongwe. So expect me to be there, expect Mr. Lukomona to come through and others like we did in the beginning. So we're coming back once more. So I would like to appreciate everyone present, and I want to call on Mr. Kaluba. If you can come through, I don't know if you'll be able to work with your mic. You can come through and just help us with some remarks regarding our presentation and gratitude and congratulatory remarks with the students. Mr. Kaluba, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon once more. I think on that platform, let me hand it over to the doctors who are going to do the presentation of certificates, that is the diplomas. With me, I would just like to say congratulations to the graduating students for their hard work, and let them go out there in the field and do what they've been taught to do. We need them in this society. Says no out, we'll meet them anywhere. Thank you so much. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Kaluba, sir.
I'm saying that let me
in charge of presentation of graduate certificates. Is that it, sir?
Yes, I was saying that let me hand over also now to the doctors to perform their duty of handing over the certificates to the graduates, because those are the people who have been assigned to do this job. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the graduating students. Thank you.
Okay, so graduating students await announcement of the presentation being virtual. You are aware you've already received your certificates. Acknowledgement is there of now. And then Madam Branchetti, Dr. Eridge.
Here we are.
All right, thank you. All right. Over to you.
Can I go after Dr. Eridge?
Dr. Eridge, are you ready?
Oh, yes. Good afternoon once again, everybody on this platform.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for conducting so well deliberations, Mama Charity. Thank you also, Mr. Kaluba. Indeed, this is the right moment that as students we have been waiting for. And before the Vice Chancellor, of course, I have a responsibility of appreciating and, of course, announcing names of the graduates, the World People's Care Program, those that graduated. And I believe they are all available, and I'll be calling names. And after that, I don't know the criteria we'll get into. If I mention the name, we'll be able to see the student respond, maybe come aboard, I mentioned the other name, or I don't know in which way I can proceed on this. Madam Charity, what's your suggestion on this?
All right, so you hear the name, we'll get a round of applause as response when you hear the name of the student. And then as we are doing this, where we have a traditional musical dance prepared to perform on the platform. So we'll also be having you prepare that on the side. So as a student is mentioned, please respond with a round of applause, and then we'll forge ahead like that.
SG. Madam
Yes,
SG?
madam.
Yes. Could we also, if possible, have the student come to the screen so I can take a screenshot just to wave at us? Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I thought so too. Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, we'll see where possible because of network challenge and a few devices that they are using right now. That's why I suggested a round of applause as acknowledgement. Mpongwe is really on that side. So for that reason, I suggest that if possible, a student could come through and just say, thank you, we acknowledge that it's him or her, then we forge ahead. Otherwise, the devices minimal and network issues was the reason I said an applause would be ideal. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that clarity, Charity. And ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity? Maybe some may mute as I take up. All right. Yeah, so among the Old People's Care program that have graduated today, the first on the list that I'm about to call is Blandina Chileshe. A very big hand to Blandina Chileshe, please. Oh, okay. All right. Brandil, are you there? Okay. The second one is Patricia Ngenda. Patricia Ngenda. All these are from Mpongwe Center, those that did their final exams then. Number 3 is Mevisi Mufwaya. Mevisi Mufwaya. Number 4 is Yvonne Yawaya. Yvonne Yawawa, rather. Yvonne Yawawa. I suppose I pronounce her name probably well. The 5th one is Josephine Walia. Josephine Walia. After Josephine Walia, yes, Josephine Walia. The 6th is Precious Popo. Precious Popo. Precious Popo. Hello.
Just clapping.
Number 7 is Grace Ngowani. Grace Ngowani. Grace Ngowani. Number 8 is Ared Mwerwa. Ared Mwerwa. Wow. Number 9 is Beatrice Mapani. Beatrice Mapani. Ah, wow. Okay. After Beatrice Mapani is Fale Singowani. Fale Singowani, number 10. Fale Singowani. And we do have number 11, Elizabeth Mirimo Chonya. Elizabeth Mirimo Chonya, number 11. Then we do have number 12, Charity Walia. Charity Walia. A big round of applause for these names mentioned so far. We do have number 13, Emilia Malambo. Emilia Malambo. We do have number 12, Charity. Sorry, Jessie Mbewe. Jessie Mbewe. Number 15, Idris Zakel. Idris Zakel. Number 16, Regina Waria. Regina Waria. Number 16, Regina Waria. We do have Geraldine Ngambi, number 17. Geraldine Ngambi, number 17. 18, we have Sheila Chitau. Sheila Chitau. I suppose I pronounced the name well.
There she is, waving.
Wow, how is she? Oh, interesting. Wow. So we do have Mary Kavanda Seya. Mary Kavanda Seya. Number 20, Ruthie Kalota. Ruth Kalota. Number 20, Ruth Kalota. 21, we do have Janet Makashini. Janet Makashini. Number 21, Janet Makashini. Janet Makashini. Number 22, Rejoice Nyirenda. Rejoice Nyirenda. I suppose, Rejoice, you are also on this platform. A big hand, a big hand, a big hand to this deserving students. We do have, last but not the least, we have Yohula Sebele. Yohula Sebele. Yohula Sebele. And lastly, we have number 24, Messi Ngoma. Messi Ngoma. To me, according to the list,
wonderful.
According to the list, these team on board, these are deserving students that underwent award care training and or rather program, and they have graduated today, and we are excited and give them a round of applause once again. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations, congratulations. Thank you so much. Oh, Madam Maria, you're coming through?
Here I am. Good afternoon once more. Yes, a big congratulations still goes to the just mentioned students. All the best in your endeavors. And we hope to see more of you on other professional development courses. And I have the privilege to mention who is going to be, or who are going to be our future graduates waiting for you. And so on my list, I have the first one, but I'm going to warn you, my pronunciation of names could be a little bit strange, maybe in between English and Italian. There we go. So we have Bob Chisala. Bob Chisala from Mpongwe. Congratulations, Bob. And please, looking forward to see you taking up one of the degree courses. Then we have Emmanuel from Mpongwe. Emmanuel Chipasha. Sorry, I left the surname. Emmanuel Chipasha. Then we have Moses Katebe. Moses Katebe, our future graduate, congratulations. Then we have Jeremiah Kalembo. Mr. Jeremiah Kalembo. Next, we have Javan Kawita. Javan Kawita, a future graduate. Congratulations for completing the UFC course. Then we have Madam Queen Namukanze. I hope to have taken it right. Queen Namukanze. Next, we have Natasha Mwanza. Congratulations, Natasha. And then we have Misozi Ngoma. Misozi Ngoma. Coming up, we have Doris Naluimba. Doris Naluimba, congratulations. Then we have Abigail Chakumunda. Abigail Chakumunda, congratulations. And we have Kizito Chamachiluvia, a Bemba name I can remember very well to pronounce. Kizito Chamachiluvia, congratulations. And we have Prince Chiwaya. Prince Chiwaya, or future graduate. Steve Nambi. Steve Nambi, congratulations. Then we have Tazi Kapelembe. Tazi Kapelembe, congratulations. Oh, from Mpongwe. Then we have Webi Mulilo. Mr. Webi Mulilo, congratulations. And we have Shama Kamocha. Shama Kamocha, congratulations. Imelda Kapipulwa. Imelda Kapipulwa, congratulations, Imelda. Laban Mupenda. Mr. Laban Mupenda, congratulations. Then we have Annie Mushintu. Annie Mushintu, congratulations, madam. Tessidaka. Tessidaka, congratulations. Anita Mutemwa. We have Anita Mutemwa. Congratulations, Anita. Brian Cheetah. Brian Cheetah, congratulations. Ruth Ruby Nambeye. Ruth Ruby Nambeye. Congratulations, Ruth. Mapalo Katanga. I think I came across Mapalo Katanga during the Winning Mindsets course we had. Somebody by this name from Mpongwe must have attended. Congratulations and keep on upgrading your qualifications. And then we have Mwanza Kavanshi. Oh my God, Mwanza Kavanshi seems to be my relative. Yes, I'll find out who Mwanza is exactly. The Kavanshis are not so common. Congratulations, Mwanza. And lastly, number 26 is Nara Nyimbiri. This must be Mr. Nyimbiri from the Eastern Province, I guess, Awambuya, being members. Congratulations, Nara. And thank you very much for your attention. I have finished my task, Madam SG, excuse me. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's good to just hear how much difference we've made and entirely the students have made in their endeavor to pursue education to this extent. So I really appreciate the previous speakers, Madam Maria, as well as Dr. Eridge. Wonderful to hear you. You know, the recognition is going far from now because they will talk about it, we will talk about it, and from here we'll say in the first intake of the first graduates of the OPC, because the first graduation we had was of agribusiness and entrepreneurship, enormous turnout, and then now we have this one, and we know we are heading for more. So great is the path that we have taken, and more celebrations ahead. So at this particular time, I would like to just have the confirmation from Mpongwe. Do we have our drama music, traditional Zambian music group ready? Are they coming through the cultural performance? Are they ready for a bit of entertainment with whatever they have prepared for us? Okay, so we have a perfect view of a possible stage. Wow. So with the, Yes, sir.
Madam SE,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I would like to request if Oliver Kaunda's window on Zoom, if it could be pinned so we can have the big
Okay.
view. Yes, please. Thank you. I don't know if you are.
Let me just press which one they are going to use. Once I press it, then I can go forward with it.
Yeah, I was seeing the drums. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so I bet there's already preparation. I want to see which screen is being used, then I'll pin it so that we can all view it clearly. So for your information, for those that are not aware, this is the same team that is going to Germany through the Kinder Caruana Cultural Festival that is held yearly. And then we've been invited to go to Germany to go and showcase our cultural ethics. And we've born like that. So they are coming there. Okay. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I have to unpin. Okay, we forge ahead. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful dance. So because of network, it wasn't so clear, but we have videos. Am I audible? Am I audible? Any confirmation, please?
Yes, you are.
You are.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So because of the network, that's the challenge we have. But worry not. We'll be there when we're circulating the videos. We'll also do the other ones they had shared for their practice, which was also splendid and very clear for all of us. So thank you so much for the presentation. If we have any other presentation, can somebody confirmation, please? Because we could have Mpongwe, do we have anything else? Or we can forge ahead? Mpongwe, do we have anything else prepared for us? Can I get confirmation, please? I need confirmation. Mpongwe always has something up their sleeve. So do we have confirmation? Is there anything that's coming up for us? Diane says, congratulations to all of you. Ms. Morse is saying congratulations to all of you, all the students and everyone present, because I mean, there's no ceremony without an audience. So we thank you too, Madam Morse. Can I get confirmation? Do we have anything prepared? Am I audible? If I'm audible, can I get a thumbs up even without the mic being unmuted? No, I'm audible as well. Okay.
You are.
Mwanza, do we have any? Confirmation, do we have any performance from?
Hello?
Yes, Mr.
Kommen Sie bitte. Sagt bitte. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Geht es Ihnen? Danke. Danke. Ich heiße Landina, former Managerin. Wie heißen Sie? Ich heiße Kalota. Kalota. Was sprechen Sie? Ich spreche Englisch. Woher kommen Sie? Ich komme aus Ich lebe in Mpongwe. Wo sind Sie geboren? Ich geboren in Mupenda.
Before we leave this stage, maybe come. What is geriatric? Tell the audience about geriatric. What is geriatric?
Therefore, they are for emotional and social needs.
Why is it important?
It is important for essential because it ensures that all adults receive age-appropriate and personalized care that improves their well-being. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, great. So Mpongwe is preparing for the Kindakarana Cultural Festival, and those are highlights of what they're going to perform that side. So we have had a glimpse, we're lucky enough to have a glimpse of that which is expected. So going forward, forging ahead as we are getting to our conclusions, I would like to acknowledge the presence of all faculties that were present, the staff, and as it is on the ground, we have our sponsors as well. We also have contributing significantly the source of the graduates, future contributors and partners from Zambia, Africa, Germany, the US, Greece, Italy, Denmark, and the UK. Those are expected contributors that have been existing and are existing. Others have been, others are existing now from the time that we began as CDT and throughout your journey as students, as graduates now. So we are really grateful, and I want to get to really also be grateful for our stronghold in Mpongwe. You guys have been amazing. You're good students, now graduates. And then I would also like to appreciate the never wavering, well-spirited striving, I would say, because there are a lot of challenges, but you are still held on. Mr. Lundu, we thank you, Mr. James Lundu Mwanza, for your commitment to serving CDT, Chikatane entirely, and for always being there for the students on the ground. We really appreciate you're doing the most. We also appreciate everyone present. And now CIU commencement address will come from the Vice Chancellor and the Chancellor, Madam Branchetti and Dr. Eridge. Then I'll come through with the closing remarks. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon once more. Sorry, I was a little bit cut off. Am I kindly repeat what you'd like me to do, SG?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes, that's a commencement address, as in how we're going to go forward from you and also the Dr. Eridge. If there be none, you can still inform us, then we'll forge ahead as I come through with the closing remarks, and then we'll be closing then. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you very much. I would have been happy to let this important part being taken by our founder, that I can come in and just advise that I think the best way forward from here is going to be announced on the platform, the Mpongwe platform, and then we can see our way forward from there. But otherwise, for today, on my part, I've been really happy to see people from home, and it's been a memorable ceremony to see people really forge ahead for what they have at hand as something they fought for, something they believe in, and this is exactly what each one of us should hang to. Something we like to do, something which can earn us a living, and believing in it and forging ahead. I thank you very, very much for all, your presence and the time we've been together since 14 hours, I think. God bless you all, and I'm your servant. We'll be available to walk the talk together. Thank you.
All right. So, Dr. Eridge, your remarks, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful and interesting program. Basically, I've run a short of words to bring across, but my heart is merry to see students graduate in such a manner, and especially that we do have the university and the graduate program that's gonna just commence immediately after this, which has been achieved. Let's go work to students. Let's go work to graduating students. Let's go work, because just like the Bible says that the laborers are few, but the work is plenty. We have a lot to do to lift up the welfare of this nation. I appreciate the president and the founder for his commitment and just allowing us to be part of this winning team. Just like the Vice Chancellor said, indeed, we are committed to see that the best knowledge is given to who may be the community as they go out, those graduates, to go and perform that which they have collected. Much information that is coming will be communicated, on the platform. To the rest of us that are doing the work at the university level, delivering the knowledge, continue with your hard work. It's all about heart. You see, delivering knowledge and imparting in people's minds is not something easy. You need to be a servant, because it takes some sacrifice, commitment, diligently working, and of course being focused. Coupled with discipline, if you may call it consistency, this will make us a great, great team. So these words of, let me say, divine encouragement, It's very cardinal that we work together in harmony, in unity, and achieve the desired goals that has been placed upon this institution. We're looking forward to commit ourselves into working, and I look forward to working with everybody who is part of this great commission, great team. With these few remarks, I thank you, and God bless us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's our Chancellor CIU. So thank you so much. In closing, I would like to really appreciate every one of you that is here. There's no event without an audience. Even as I moderate, it's a great privilege to have a lot of dignified men and women in my midst. I thank you so much for the graduates. I congratulate you for the great success, for where we are going. We are soon to be in Mpongwe. We are soon to be in the Copper Belt. We are soon to be everywhere we have touched as Trikatane, because we want to see exactly what your need is and come through also for those that have not had the privilege that you've had. As you continue to sensitize others about the great works that Trikatane is doing, we are coming and we are not going to relent. We are going to do so much more. So thank you so much for everyone that came through. Thank you so much for the support from the diaspora. It is amazing to know that, you people are coming so far and sparing so much valuable time to come and just help us celebrate this great occasion. In absence of Mr. Lukomona, the founder of CDT, and the vision carrier, and as well as part of those that are executing, because now he's not just carrying it, he's executing the vision itself. I would like to thank everyone present. I really appreciate your coming through, and we don't take it lightly that you have come through for us. So as CDT, we are serving the needy, vulnerable with passion and empathy through sponsored and affordable education. So thank you all, and I would like to lead in a prayer as we close. So whoever is present, please be in a posture of prayer, that we may give gratitude to the Almighty God that gives us the grace to operate as CDT. Okay. Our Lord and Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for this wonderful moment that you gave unto us, a time that can never be taken back. It's a time cherished, and we have well spent it, oh God, doing your great works. We pray, Heavenly Father, that your mighty hand continues to be with us, protects us, uplifts us, as we continue also uplifting the needy and the vulnerable in our society and communities as CDT. We are here to serve. We are your tools in the Master's hand. We pray that you may continue, God, to keep us humble and help us, oh God, to continue touching more lives, because in your scripture you say, oh, those that help the needy and the vulnerable lend to the Lord. You are a God of all riches, wonders, and miracles, all good health, and every need that we have is in you. So indeed, oh God, there's nothing that you can owe to us. We are blessed because of the great works that you have led us to do in the midst of your own children. We thank you, O King of Glory. May you help us through as we endeavor in every other way that you have seen it worthy for us to save you, O King of Glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray, and thank you so much. Amen. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That marks the end of our virtual graduation ceremony. We look forward to the physical graduation ceremony in Lusaka, not any other furthest. This is this year that we're going to do it, and we will come in numbers as usual. Great, great, great company. Thank you so much for everyone that was here. I am off and out. Your Secretary General, always ready here to serve any day, anytime. Thank you so much. I appreciate it all.
Thank you, and congratulations, SD. Thank you very much.